Somebody once said that God chooses your family, but you choose your friends.
Yeah.
And sometimes the friends we choose are family.
Yeah.
One of the most difficult things you can do in business is have to deal with family.
Ooh. Wait, this is that kind of podcast?
You're
Because
like,
I'm going to tell the
that
truth
shifted
and
fast.
shame the devil.
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder if a lot of entrepreneurs are watching and listening, and we have this whole idea of family businesses. Do you recommend it when you starting out?
So I'm going to preface this conversation
Yes.
by saying that everything that I'm going to tell you
Yes.
is based on where I am at in my life presently.
Yes.
So the answer is no.
Okay.
And it's a capital N with that no. And I'm going to tell you why.
All right.
So I'm going to take it all the way back. And I love my siblings, by the way, so I want to be
Yes.
clear. But what I realized in our communities, it has always been very difficult to bring family into your space because we all know that our siblings have a sense of entitlement.
Oh, yes.
Right? So when I first started Slutty Vegan, I put all my siblings on. Everybody got, you get a job, you get a job.
Right.
I felt like Oprah. I was
Right.
giving everybody a job.
Right.
But the problem is that they were still looking at baby sister Pinky
Oh, yes.
because I'm the youngest of
Right.
4 and of 8, depending on who's asking.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
But they were looking at baby sister Pinky and not realizing that I'm running a multi-million-dollar operation.
Right.
So no, you cannot borrow money from my business because I have to reinvest it.
Right.
Right? No, you cannot demand more wages when I'm paying you fairly compared to what I'm paying my
Right.
other employees.
Right.
And no, you just not about to move about freely because we are running an operation.
Wow.
And I think it actually, for quite some time, it destroyed my relationships with my siblings.
Wow.
For the most part, we're in a good place now, and I'm being
Yes.
totally vulnerable here.
Yeah.
But it's because they didn't know how to separate the two.
Yeah.
What makes a really good entrepreneur is somebody who knows how to turn it on and turn it off.
Yes.
Right? So when you and I are on business, it's
Yes.
work. We're on business, right? You respect my space, I respect your space.
Right.
But we know when it's time to turn it off.
Right.
And when it's time to turn it off, we can kiki, we can laugh, we can roast each other, we can do all of
Yes.
those things. But entrepreneurs, a good entrepreneur can do it very well. And you have to be able to be mindful and gauge it when dealing with family members because it's not always easy. So in the space I'm in this moment,
Right.
would I continue to have my family members? Absolutely not. What I will do,
Yes.
right, is I will allow them to be contractors. So I'm doing that right now with both of my
Oh,
siblings,
wow.
right?
Wow.
So they once upon a time,
yes.
okay,
Yes.
they were employees of
Yes.
mine. One quit and told me that he was going to be a rapper.
Yes. Yes.
And he ain't a rapper still, right? And then the other one told me that he also wanted to be a rapper. Everybody wants to be a rapper here. However, fast forward to today, I gave them the opportunity to be a contractor to my business. So now one of my brothers make the juices for my company,
Wow.
and I pay him as a contractor.
Yeah.
And then the other one, he drives the food truck when we have food truck events, and I pay him as a contractor. Would I ever go back to having them as employees? Absolutely not.
No, I love it. My sister's a therapist, and she said something I wish I had gotten years ago. She said, no is a sacred word.
Yes.
And the problem with having a heart is it becomes difficult pronouncing it.
Yeah.
That many people, and those of you listening, your wealth is connected to what you say no to.
Yeah.
What is the thing?
If you would have told me I was coming to therapy, okay?
Oh, no. We
I
walking
would've
through it
dressed
together.
different.
No. We're going through it together.
Let me tell you why this is good.
Yes.
This is good because it took me a long time to learn that there was a period after the word no.
Wow.
Oftentimes as entrepreneurs, we say no and then we got to explain
Yes.
why we're saying no.
Yes.
You ain't got to explain nothing to nobody.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And it took me a long time to learn that because I have always been the person that I have naturally let people take advantage of me. Because I always felt that God was testing me, even down to homeless people, right?
Yes.
So like if people ask me for money and come back again,
Yes.
I always felt like that was God saying like, all right, if you don't help this person, and I'm being
Right.
totally transparent.
Yes.
If you don't help this person, then I'm going to take your blessings away. But then I had to realize that God don't operate like that,
No.
right? And it's okay to protect yourself from people taking advantage of you. So now the Pinky today is
Yes.
not the Pinky that you would have met almost 6 years ago. Now, no is a complete sentence, and that is that, period, point blank.
Wow. I remember my sister and I were home from college. She went to Duke undergrad. I was at Morehouse. We were home for a holiday spring break or something. My mother sat us down and said, Tama, you are a natural giver. Make sure you don't fall in love with a taker, because takers have no boundaries
at all.
Listen to me, and you will really pull yourself to the cliff and jump without a parachute, and they'll wave as you going as it is that you are going down.
Yes.
What is the thing that you will impart into your children before they leave for school? Because they're living in an alternative universe than what you were raised in.
Yeah.
What it is that they're going to have to contend with in their friendships and in their relationships. What is it that you would say to them as a mother? I know right now they ain't getting ready to go to college. We trying to send them to kindergarten.
Okay,
yeah.
Right. I would tell them that humility is always the priority, right? That's the first thing. But I also need them to know that you are in a position in your life because of how hard your parents work.
Yes.
So you will walk into a certain level of privilege, which everybody doesn't have that opportunity, right? Don't abuse the privilege.
Yeah.
And with that privilege, you be a giver, right?
Yeah.
But also don't let people take advantage of you. And I think that is very important. You were talking just now, and I started thinking about the fact that, like, the people that I help, I can't pick up the phone and say, hey, let me hold $2 million. I'll pay you back on Friday.
Right,
okay.
Right.
And I had to start assessing it that way, right?
Yeah.
There's one thing to just naturally, genuinely help people, which I love to do. Like, it lifts my spirit. It feels good to me. And I watched my mother do it as a kid.
Right.
But then on the flip side, if I'm emptying my cup for everybody, when it's time to fill my cup back up, it's only like 1 or 2 people I can call.
Yeah.
Right. And I want them to understand, to be mindful, be humble with all of the things, because mommy and daddy made sure that life was good, but also have discernment as it relates to exerting or overexerting yourself to people, especially if they don't deserve it.
No, that's powerful. A lot of people don't know before you went into this food empire, you were producing what?
Maury Show.
Y'all
Fixed My Life. A whole bunch of shows.
Yeah, I was saying to somebody, I came to Morehouse in 89. And when I came to Morehouse in 89, everybody was coming either for the AUC or for the legacy of civil rights. Now everybody is coming for reality television, Tyler Perry, or a dream of a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Yeah. Because the culture is so transfixed on reality television and social media. As an alumnus of one and a master of the other, what is the caution you would say to people in terms of how do I share my life on social media?
On social media?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
That is it depends on who you want to be.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Who do you want to be to the world? When you show up in the world, how do you want people to recognize you? Right? There's some people that their gift requires them to be an open book and you know everything that they do, which makes them become talent if that's the world that they want to play in.
Yes.
And then there's a world in which everything ain't for everybody and you keep some secrecy, and as an entrepreneur, you monetize on that secrecy if we're talking about entrepreneurship, right?
Yes.
And you find ways to find that funnel to be able to give to your audience what they need at the moments that they need them. So for me, for example, I don't share my life on social media.
Yeah.
I share wins, right?
Wow.
Everything I do, I share wins. Here and there, you'll see the vulnerable moments. But when you come to my page, I want you to feel motivated. I want you to feel empowered.
Yeah.
I want you to feel like you can run into a daggone brick wall.
Right.
Because if Pinky could do it, and she's from East Baltimore, from around the way, and she got a broken accent, and like she is who she is, and she is herself. If she can do it, then why can't I? So my page is different from, say, your page. When they come to you, they need God, right? They literally need God in real time.
Right.
So you are going to feed them with the spiritual food that they need.
I love
when
it.
they go to somebody like a let's say Super Scent. Super Scent is like, love her to death. She's an influencer, right? So when you go to her, like, she's showing you her family, right? She's showing you like her when she was engaged. She's showing you her lifestyle. Like she's showing you lifestyle elements. Tabitha Brown is a perfect example.
Yes.
You're getting every part of the day except for when she get in the shower and get out.
You're
okay?
Right,
you're getting everything.
Right.
But that is her brand. So as you maneuver to Atlanta,
Yeah.
first of all, you got to figure out what your plan is. And you don't have to necessarily have like a whole 5-page document of what that plan is going to be.
Yes.
You got to be able to have a plan. What is your plan of action? And when you come down here with that plan, you got to be willing to work for free.
Wow.
A lot
Wow.
of people don't talk about that,
Yes.
right? So I'll give you a real-time example as an entrepreneur. There's a lot of people that want to work for me, work with me,
Yeah.
do business with me. And the reason how I was able to get where I am in my life and in career is because I was willing to take the backseat a lot of times, and I was willing to sacrifice a lot of times. So typically if I was charging $1,000 to do something,
Yes.
I'll do it for free. Just promote me on your social media page.
Wow.
You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm
yeah.
not going to charge you. Just refer me to 2 people that you know. So guess what that does? When people who are in position of power or who have money by virtue, right?
Yes.
Then they'll look at the person because guess what? People are always leaning on us.
That's
How many
right.
calls you get for money?
Listen.
How many calls you get for things?
My phone is off right now.
Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes.
when you encounter somebody that don't want nothing from you,
You
and
look
willing
at them
to-
different.
you look at them totally different.
Yes.
And I believe that that is the cheat code when you're talking about entrepreneurship and business. For example, say you got a videographer right now,
Yes.
okay? They can come to me and say, hey, Pinky, I work for Dr. Jamal Bryant, but guess what? I'll be willing to do the service for free. All you got to do is just, you see what I did there?
I got it.
All you got to do is just tag me,
Yeah.
right? Or refer me to a couple of people. So now my main focus is Dr. Jamal Bryant, but then on the side, I can also have some business and bring in more revenue on the side.
Wow.
And guess what that does? The industry will start talking. Pinky, who does your social media? Can you refer him to me?
Yeah.
And then you get referred, and then you do the same thing to the next person. And then eventually you build up your clientele so that when you earn new business, guess what? My clients are Dr. Jamal Bryant. My
Yes.
clients are Pinky Cole.
Right.
My clients are so-and-so. And guess what? We move by affiliation.
Yes, right.
If you work with the best in class and you
Yes.
tell me you work with the best in class,
Right,
well,
we
I want to
walking.
work with the best in class too.
No, absolutely.
So that would be my advice in the long and the short of things.
The 2 most trending Black female names for 2024.